Hello everybody, welcome back to Far From Home, or more correctly, Far From Alone. So just giving you a little fly around there of what's left of that small cargo vessel over there. I decided to take out my wrath, or more correctly, they did, and I've put together a little cutscene so you didn't miss any action. So I'm going to give you that now so you can see how we got to where we are, and then afterwards I will show you this beastie down here. But go and enjoy the cutscene first, and then you'll know how I got to where I am.
love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop. Stepping up, don't stop. Turning back, I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate, I attack. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't be scared. Stepping up, don't
Okay, so you're all caught up. Now, there's a lot of salvage over there, and I want it. But I have a slight problem. The problem is Reavers. Now, I hadn't really considered that as an issue, but when you're running the Reavers mod, you can type into chat. I will do it to show you. Let me get the terminology correct. So it's /MES, I think it has to be in capitals. MES and then .GESAP, and what that will do is it will send all the eligible spawns to the clipboard, but more importantly it will tell you what your threat score currently is, and I'm going to put that up on the screen for you now. So as you can see, my threat score is already 340-ish. Reavers spawn at 333 or above, and I'm thinking that's not a good thing, because if they spawn now I am in no state to defend myself. Couldn't even defend against one drone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dampeners off my ships like so, just in case. And we also need to do something with this one. I think this is just hydrogen, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, so the problem, obviously, if a Reaver spawns, I'm going to have to run away, and I don't want to leave all that behind. Now, I'm thinking the threat score is based on the number of blocks you have, so the sooner I can get rid of some of these blocks, the better, and turn them into their component parts, which don't count towards the threat score. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to get away with here, but there's a nice big hydrogen tank on here, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to grab its hydrogen, simply for lack of places to put it. So I'm going to grind as much of this down as I can. You don't want to sit and watch me doing all this, so I'll bring you back if and when a Reaver spawns, or when there's something other than grinding taking place. Okay, welcome back. So, that was a bit of a long job. I'd done it with the hand grinder. I know I could have used the ship, but I wanted to be ready because every time I see a red dot flick up on the radar, I panic. So I didn't want to have too much going on. However, this hydrogen tank is full. I mean, full. And it seems crazy to grind that down when I've got an empty one up here. So this is the one that I was using for siphoning, wreckages and things, which is totally empty. So what I thought I would do is I will take this one apart and I'll move that full one onto this mount. Oh, I wish those red dots would stop flashing.
Inventory full.
So I'm living in fear of something coming at me. Now that I recognize, maybe I shouldn't have checked. If I hadn't have checked, I wouldn't have known, and then I wouldn't be panicking. But I did check, and I am panicking. Okay, so you need to be... Actually, no, we'll leave auto lock off on you. Those in there. Grab my tug. Don't forget the dampeners are off. To leave the hydrogen on for this, because it's just easier. Oh, red dots. We clear? I think we're clear. 5. Okay, so we should be able to break that one free. I will actually change that connector at some point. But for now, I just want to sort of put it somewhere safe. It was lengthways, wasn't it? It's alright, that's a Mayday. Don't mind Maydays. Get it straight as I can. Can't see a thing. Ugh. Cameras all over the place. Switch lock. There we go. So there is a lot on here that I can rescue, including oxygen tanks. But I think we've got two almost full oxygen tanks. So as much as I would like to rescue them, I don't think we're going to need them. All at a wonk. Okay, lock dampeners off just in case. Alright, so just going to grind down this last little bit. And then I want to try and get some more of those ion thrusters off the gunships. but we have to hack them first. And I'm a little bit hesitant because, well, you've seen what happened last time I flew over there. The ship got blown up, didn't it? Yeah, it's a shame to waste all that oxygen, but... Oh, red dots, go away. Just grind this down without losing it all.
Inventory full.
I had to put a connector back on the front of this so that I could quickly dump components. Unfortunately, there was absolutely nothing in these cargo boxes. A couple of 1,000 magnesium ore would have been really nice, but that wasn't to be. Okay, so that's that one done. That should knock our stocks up a little bit. Oh, these red things flashing at me. Yeah, so as you can see, I've extended the platform quite considerably, almost sort of doubled the length, because I'm running out of space. It's going to annoy me if I don't change that. Trying not to paint the things that I've salvaged on purpose, so that we can easily identify what's been salvaged and what's been built. But I rather suspect in the long run we're going to have to do something. Things. Right, I'm pretty sure it's safe to go over there. I think. Could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, well, we're in trouble. So I'm going to go and try and grab one of those gunboats, or at least start hacking it, because those ion thrusters will really help a lot. But we might have to abandon if things go awry. I could really do with checking to see what my threat score is now that I've taken that ship apart, but it will be combined with all of these ships here as well. Because when you take over a ship, it becomes yours. So hopefully as I grind things down, threat score will go down a bit. So interesting thing you saw in the cutscene at the beginning was these gunboats came at me but didn't shoot me, and I was able to jump on them quite easily and take the remotes out. But later on, in revisiting them, their guns started shooting me. And of course I hadn't taken their guns out, so yeah, it was fair game. So that was a bit of a pain. As you saw, I had to use what tiny bit of ammo I had, or had accumulated, to try to take their guns out. Very annoying. You're a gunboat, aren't you? Yes. So let's just try and lock onto you. Can't see a thing. Okay, so check that. There we go. So that's starting to hack now. Gonna have to be careful not to lose my ship here. But we know it's at a gunboat, so that's cool. Right, so these little drones, I'm just gonna grind them down. I don't think there's a lot to be gained. Yeah, just checking. Compared to the large grid, I think I mean, it would be kind of nice if we can get uranium out of there. Oh, okay, 0.3. Did I get it? Yeah, every time I went near the ship, it spawned more and more drones, and that was a bit of a nuisance. I ended up having to take every antenna and beacon I could find out just to try and stop that from happening. Okay. Oh, I have that. I wonder if there's any ammo in the guns. They're not damaged, so hopefully. Three rounds is 3 rounds. Okay, where did I leave my ship? There. Right, we're going to have to take you off because you're not going to get hacked. Oh, hello. Thank you very much. Alright, and we're going to have to turn that off now that we've hacked it. Not too worried about interior turret ammo. I'll take it if I can get it, but I can't disassemble it. It's the old style ammo, and it's not recognised anymore. We'll definitely have your missiles.
Energy low.
Oh. Okay. Fit, huh? Right, how are you doing on hackingness? No, any blocks found? Okay. So that means we should be able to, yeah, we can control you. I think what I can do is I will go and park you on... It's a drone. I want that. Where did the other one go? Lost it. Gunboat. Over there. Oh, lots of red flashy things. So we're going to lock you onto that. That should start hacking that one. Yep. And then go back to this one. And try and figure out where home is. Down there. Gosh, these are nippy little things, aren't they, these gunboats? Alright, so I'm going to run this one back and try and dock it or something, just so that we've got it. And then I'll come back for the other one. Then we'll have a quick look at the big ship to see if there's anything worth having. And then I think we're going to have to start our journey. Okay. Why did that fire a missile? That was strange. There ain't any missiles in it. Claim NPC grid. Claim this grid will transfer all of its PCU to you and prevent it from despawning. Blocks will still need to be hacked to gain ownership. Oh, I don't really want to do that. I don't know how that just fired a missile. I actually genuinely don't know. I think they might be bugged, which is why they didn't open fire on me in the first place. Oops. That timer is still running as well. Stop. Run programmable block. No. It could have been the programmable block that was causing it to fire the missile, but anywho. Need to try to squeeze this on somewhere. Oh, that antenna's sticking out the back a long way. I think I'm going to take that off. I think that's just in the way.
Inventory full.
I think the fewer antennas we have around, the better. Stick one of those on. Somewhere. Just stick it on there for now. And We don't want you auto-locking. I'll take that off as well because I don't trust them. Okay, so that should be able to dock. Can we see it? Not quite. Okay, and then I'm going to take the dampness off that as well. Yeah, it fired a missile and took out all of these blocks here, look. Damaged that lot. Oh, Reaver invader. Uh-oh. Where is the Reaver invader? He's not at my ships. We don't have any antennas on. Did I get the bits for that? Okay, so I'm going to convert you to a ship. He's definitely coming closer. Oh, that's heavy. It's cheating a little bit, I know, but I need to get my little ship back. Hopefully he'll just pass on by. I don't have any antennas running. Come to a stop there. And let's see if he'll pass us by. I really want to get my other gunboat back, but I have a feeling... Oh, I'm going to have to go and switch the antenna off, aren't I? Otherwise it's going to see it as mine. Okay, I'm going to go a long way around. I think... Oh, he's getting ever so close. I'm going to have to go further away. I think within 5 kilometers they can see movement. Yeah, I had a feeling at some point a Reaver would spawn. Once you reach that threat level, it is kind of inevitable. I think we're okay at the moment. Can just switch off that antenna. I think he'll probably just fly by. But it is a sign that I really need to get moving. Oh, we're inside 5 kilometers. Yeah, I think I've definitely outstayed my welcome. Okay, antenna is off. Let's take some of these guns out. Take your missiles out, and I might even grind you down. I don't want you shooting at my ship as I get back to it. Oh, nice, 10 rounds. Very, very nice. You in with those. There's some good magnesium in there. That's a really good capture. Right, where did the Reaver go? He's still flying away from us. Kind of. Yeah, still flying away. Let's quickly see if we can grab some stuff off this one. Okay, so we got a lot of 0.3s of uranium, but doesn't matter because 0.3s add up. So 0.9, 0.9. Yeah, can't share it out, but yeah, worth having, I think. Right, we're gonna have to do the same with this one. I'll have to claim the grid, and do I want to fly this or the other one? I think this is probably more sensible. Oh, Reaver Slayer coming in. Okay, so let's take you off, and can't seem to get a view on the outside. Right, that complicates things. Heading away from him, and we're going to try and do a loop around. It'd be a lot easier if I'd have parked my ship in a different location. We are getting away from him, so that's the main thing, and we are kind of headed in the right direction, sort of. Give me a view. Okay, I'm just going to try and come to a halt here. We are 8 kilometers away from it. I'm going to see if I can move my ship. Yeah, because that view is awful. Okay, dampeners. Just we stick you maybe on there. And we know actually there's a timer running, don't we? We need to stop that. And we need to remove you. Not that I think it has the ability to do me any damage anymore, but simply because... Oh, he's coming closer. like scripts running in the background when I don't know what they do. Oh, he's closing fast. I don't think he's closing on us. I think it's just the direction I'm headed. Hopefully that'll start increasing in a second. It could be going to blow up what's over there, but I don't think I've hacked anything else over there, so unless he just feels mean and wants to take it out on somebody, should leave it alone. Right, now I'm not going to be able to do anything with these ships in the safe zone, so I'm going to have to bring my ship out of the safe zone to put more engines on it. But just for now I'm going to put this in the safe zone as well. But I'll undock here so that I don't want the ships connected together in a position that I can't undock them. I don't think you can dock in a safe zone. I'll try, but I don't think you can. You certainly can't do any repairs or anything. You can. At least you can with those. Alright, let's bring you in out of harm's way. Actually, just thinking we're going to have to be able to put him on somewhere while we're moving, so I'm just going to come back out here a second. Make sure you're stopped. Get rid of you. I actually put the landing pad on the rocket launcher on the other one, didn't I? That was a bit foolish. Uh-oh. I wonder if that's me. No, he's attacking that base over there. Damn it, that's a shame. I was hoping to get those resources. Okay. Just hang around there for a minute, matey. Right, what I'm going to do is jump in the cockpit, and I'm going to use the camera, the spectator camera, because I want to go and see, like, if there's anything left of it. Oh, okay, that's a bit fast. Yeah, he's all about the missiles, isn't he? Oof, that's a lot of firepower. So even though we don't own that grid, it's an enemy grid to him, and he's just blowing the bejesus out of it. So we're not going to get much salvage out of there, I don't think. I think we've got everything we're going to get. Okay, I've seen enough. Right. Have I got any contracts? I don't have any contracts. Do I want any contracts? Is there anything I can buy before we leave? No, ignore that. So we ended up with 23.6 uranium, which is nice. I've only got 19.4 magnesium though, which is bad. And then components wise, we do have 3 gravity components, which we could actually disassemble because, for the time being at least, I'm not planning on using those. We will need them in the end, but just for now I don't really need them. So lots of glass, which is silicon essentially, and a fair few spare batteries. So if we do take 79 of those away, that'll give us 260, so 300 silicon. And then we only need 80 really to repair 1 battery, so I can take 29 of those off. And that gives us 19 nickel. And we've got 441 of those, but I actually think we're probably going to need a lot of them anyway. So I'll just take 41 of those away, and that'll give us some cobalt. And loads of steel. Oh, I can't do anything in the safety zone anyway. So we're doing okay on those, on main components. Plenty of iron, which I can always get more of by taking plates apart. Some silicon, some nickel, some cobalt, some silver, a bit of gold, a bit of platinum, a minute amount of that. That said, we did have oh, they'll still be in the ship, won't they? Because it can't get them out of here. So, just see, yeah, so that's back to normal status. And anything in there? Nope. Yeah, so we've got 18 of those, which is .2 magnesium. Yeah, you don't get much. Oops, I don't want to do that. Yeah, these things take 1 magnesium each, so that's those missiles were enough to build. What did I say? 7 or 11? 7, I think, cases of ammo, which doesn't go very far. Just waiting for this, and then I'll take a final synopsis of what we've got, and then we'll go to the station and buy anything that we can buy. Okay, so assuming that's stacked it all. Assume that's stacked it all. Yeah, so we've got 26 cases of Gatling ammo now. I don't know why all this goes to the survival kit. That's very strange. Yeah, I did find some nice tools on this ship before the Reaver blew it up, and I did lose my hydrogen bottles. Those are replacements in all the fighting and dying, and I also lost some tools, but that's no big deal. Alright then, so where's the Reaver now? Seems to have gone. Should we go and have a look to see if there's anything remotely salvageable over there? Just going to refill my energies. And I don't think I'm going to risk taking a ship over. I think we'll just go like this and see what, if anything, is left. Okay, so the Reaver is still around. We are closing in on him. But I think we should be okay. He's kind of going along the side of us. So obviously when he's outside of 10k we can't see him. Which is kind of annoying when they aggro at 5k. In fact, I'm not even sure if they don't aggro at 7.5k if you've got an antenna on. So you'd get no warning at all. That wouldn't be good. Okay, so we got drone 2, I can take that marker off. Oh yeah, he certainly punished this dude, didn't he? I mean, there's still stuff here I could salvage, but I'd be more interested in what's in these cargo boxes, I think. But I'd have to hack them to see. And I don't think there's much danger of us being able to hack them. This one's nearly apart anyway. Nothing. Oh. Oh. So if I grind this down, can I get that? Should I? No, I can't repair it. Oh. Nice neat little box. Can't carry it. Oh no. Well, I'd rather have the silicon. 670. It might stay there. What's that? Well, not quite as important as the silicon, but still. Again, I don't know where that Reaver went. I'm gonna have to try and get back. I can't really bring my ship over, it's just too risky. Hopefully that Reaver's going to go away and chase something else, like a military escort or something, or a mine layer. I don't see him on radar anymore, or more correctly in vision. So he may have despawned, he's done his damage, he may have gone. Okay, so I didn't see that Reaver all the way back. I very tempted to take a chance and take my ship over there and try and get as much of that ore as I can get. It is a bit of a chance, but no risk, no gain, right?
inventory full.
Okay, got the ore, that's the main thing. Having problems finding my little ship, so I'm just going to park it a little bit more sensibly. It's a bit more sensible, I think. Let's just carry on looking around. Definitely picked that up. No more cargo containers. No iron thrusters. Right, let's have a look at these. Wow, okay. We need this stuff. Oh, there's something in there as well. Let's hit that off before I whack my head on it. Move to generate. You got any ice in you? No. Oh, okay. Didn't see that in there before. Aha. You had ice in you. Where were you? There. Okay, so I think this is the last cargo box. It would have been nice if that Reaver had done this before I got my arse handed to me on a plate. Could have taken all those guns off it for me. Right, I could grind the whole rest of this down. I don't think it's going to fit in my little ship anyway. But what I'm more interested in is things like that. Because it's got 6 gravity components in it. Now we won't get 6 gravity components out of it, but whatever we do get is more than we had. Oh, we did get 6, albeit scrap ones. Okay, you're full. And you're full. Everyone's full. Yeah, I didn't think we'd get the rest of the ship in there. Even the cockpit's full. Okay. Well, let's have a quick look around. Got a little bit of space in me. You're just a beacon. Any more ice anywhere? Nothing in you. You're empty anyway, so that's kind of irrelevant. Can't access you. No, I think we've pretty much got it. It's a timer. That's a kitchen. Okay, here we are. Just dock this one. I don't think you can use landing gear in here. I might be wrong. Let me just try it. Where are we? Are we there? Well, apparently you can. I didn't think you could, but as usual, I stand corrected. Okay, so we'll lock you, dampers off. Gonna have to manually unload some of this, I think. Yep, that one's gone. That one's gone, okay. Drop that load. And then, I didn't park that very straight, did I? Where are we going to park this one? It's going to have to be on the other side. I could put it underneath, but I think that's going to be in my way. Oh, we need to take this antenna off as well, don't we? Yeah, that antenna is in the way. Okay, let's just do mag plate. Nope, wrong one. Mag plate. Lock. You are apparently ready to lock, but you're only barely on there, aren't you? Okay, dampers off on you. Let's check your dampers are off. Yeah. Okay, so the plan is I've got 2 more spaces here. I'm going to put a couple of those thrusters in there for stopping power, and I think probably try and squeeze 2 more in here somewhere for go power. And I think that's it for now. I will definitely be putting a lot more thrusters all around because we've only got like 1 up and we do have 2 down, so I might put another 1 up. But where am I? Here. I think I've dawdled long enough. I think it's... Ooh, camera. I think it's time we were getting going. So let me come out of the safe zone with my 1 thruster. This is where another Reaver appears, isn't it? So we are kind of lined up with home. That was obviously on purpose. Just make sure we're fully out. And you can stop any time you like. We're still moving. At least I think we're still moving. Feels like we're still moving. Mining transport doesn't help because he definitely is moving. Right. So that's the one with landing gear in a better position. So I think this is the one we're going to get rid of. But before I do, let's take this antenna off.
Inventory full.
Oh, that was quick. Yeah, the fewer antennas I have, the better. Red dots flickering everywhere again. Right, so I can straighten that up a bit, and we need to repair and renovate and change and do whatever I'm going to do to this one. Maybe to make it into some usable kind of a fighter, large grid fighter would be good. This one, however, I'm going to strip down. So I'm going to do the same with this one as I did with the last one, is take all the blocks off and basically just cannibalize the thrusters. I'm not even going to bother with the batteries on this one. And might as well put it next to the connector, might I? So I won't bore you with all of that. I'll bring you back as I put the last thruster on, assuming I don't get interrupted along the way. So, yeah, wish me luck. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Uh-oh. So, I had a bit of an accident. I was kind of maneuvering around the corner of this and trying to turn to grab another thruster, and kind of messed it up. So just done a few repairs, and just as I'm completing the repairs, a Reaver Slayer has jumped in. So I think we're okay. He is getting closer. But unfortunately this thing is nowhere near ready to do anything with, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on him. I could dive back in there, but then I can't really work on the ship. So that's a bit of a problem. I've pretty much done the thrusters I need to do. I've got 2 forward, 2 backward now, or more correctly 4, but we've doubled up forwards and backwards, which is good. But I did want to put another one on here, and maybe one more on each of the sides. And he's definitely coming closer. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to use the other side of the thingy, safe zone. That's gonna have to go there. Unfortunately, I've got 2 ships I need to move. He's definitely coming this way. Okay, all I can do at this stage is hide. We're not ready to go anywhere just yet. And besides, I don't think I could outrun him even if I wanted to. Yeah, so he's definitely... Get the camera right. No, can't get the camera right. He's definitely coming towards us. Okay, so I'm gonna hide again. Don't like doing this. It feels a little bit not the game to me, but I just need to get more thrusters on, and then I will have satisfied the conditions that I set out at the beginning, which is a survival kit, a means of providing oxygen for myself, and where did I start? Survival kit, oxygen, some hydrogen, but obviously now we're using that for thrusters as well. So propulsion in all directions. That's kind of what I set out thinking I needed a minimum of. Alright, so it looks as if he is moving away from us. He's kind of come across the sky and is going that way, which unfortunately is the direction we want to go. But not quite ready to leave just yet, so hopefully he'll be gone by the time we need to go that direction. So I'm still going to have to keep an eye on him. He's not that far away. He turns around and chases something else. Could easily bring him back towards us. But got work to do, so I'm going to take a chance. He's 7 kilometers away, so keep your fingers crossed. Okay, it should come to a stop. I think I managed to repair all of this pretty much. Obviously I'll have to set up my G menu again because the connector got blown out. Yeah, let's not park in front just in case we have to run away. Let's go over here. Okay guys, after much messing about, knocking the blocks all over the place, I have to go chasing them, and now we have a space bar and commercial freighter spawned in. Oops. Yeah, so what I've done is I've put the 3 spares switched off on the side here. I would rather have put them like on the back as a get me out of here kind of panic mode, but the problem with doing that is on the back is very exposed because we're going to be running away from most things, and that's where they're going to take the most damage. So I thought if I'm going to carry spare thrusters around with me, I don't really want them to be in a very vulnerable place. So sticking them on the side there seemed to be the sort of sensible option. Now, they're not really spare thrusters in the sense that they're spares to be used if one gets destroyed. They're spare thrusters in the sense that they will go on somewhere. I just don't really have a place for them at the moment without spending, you know, several more days trying to sort of put together a complete ship before I begin the journey home, which of course is the last thing I want to do. So we need to get going. So what I'm going to do is I have renamed all of these 3 as spares, as you see, and I've switched the power off. So we're just going to chuck this one in next to those 2. And for some reason... oh, I see. Yeah. I broke that thruster. So that's hydro thrusters, that's all. That one needs to be in the group. Oh. Debug hydro thrusters. And that can go off there. And then debug back thrusters, those are just the thrusters at the front that stop me, so I can cruise if I want to. Right, I did put a pad on there, I did. Okay, so I realise putting them right next to each other like that is probably making my life quite difficult. Let me just, I've put auto lock on the second bar just so I don't have to keep going in and out the menu. Right, I think we're pretty much good to go. I am about to die of lack of oxygen anyway. So now is a very good time. Try and dock this without colliding with something. Reasonably straight. Cool. And I think I will take this opportunity just to put a bit more hydrogen in it. And take your inertial dampness off so you don't burn holes in everything. And this one, I want to have a play with this one to sort of see what we can do with it. And actually, let's where are we? Let's just repair this pad that I exploded. Okay, I'm not going to weld it up, we can do that on the way. What have we got? Commercial freighter. You're getting awfully close. Well, I don't think I should really be messing around with that. If that had come in like at the beginning of the episode, I might well have had a go at it because that's probably got thrusters on it that we could have used. This thing is bigger than it looks. Difficult to see with that safety zone thing. Okay, so we'll lock you, switch your inertial dampness off. Reasonably well parked. All your dampness should be off. I'm a little bit worried about how close that's getting, because if he's got guns, he's almost certainly going to open fire on us. Okay, let's very, very quickly just go and have a look, see if there's anything for sale of any good here. Assault cannon shells, what have we got? We've got a fair bit of money, but I don't really want to go too nuts, so maybe just half a dozen, just so that I've got some. Gatling ammo is very expensive. We could make hydrogen bottles. Strangely, the large railgun sabos are cheaper than... Okay, I am definitely going to buy... Actually, we've got 6 selected. Let's buy 6 of those. And I'm really tempted by the rockets, but they're very expensive and you don't get much magnesium. I think maybe get some of those. 100,000 credits. Oof. It gives me options then. And superconductors I know, and thruster components are really hard to get. Should I just, because there's no point in taking the money, should I just get a load of those? Still got 1 million credits left. I'm not sure how many of these I can carry. Well, we can get 20. Oof, those are expensive. I guess we're just going to have to go with this, but again, I don't know how much I can carry. Salt cannon, maybe? Eh. I don't know how useful a small railgun is going to be against like large grid stuff. Oh, we got 24,000 left anyway. Okay, well, that's spending a lot of my hard-earned money. But hopefully the stuff I bought will prove useful. So let's dump all of that into there. It gives us some for now, at least, anyway. Okay, I think we're as good as we're going to get. We're all packed up. Inertial dampeners are all off on everything. We've outstayed our welcome. That's kind of not in the way, so I think it's about time we made a move. So I can't see. I'm going to have to sort out some kind of decent cockpit for this, but we've got ion on, hydrogen off. Let's just have a look at our thrusters. I think I renamed everything. Yeah, maybe I didn't, but we'll find out on the way, won't we? Okay guys, it's time to go. So I'm going to take my dampeners off and we're going to set sail for home. There's no going back. If we ain't got it, we ain't got it. Anyway, I'm going to sail off into the distance. I've got a song for you to listen to as I go. I will thank you very much for joining me, and I hope I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
I drift alone among the stars. Broken dreams fade from afar. Lost in space, my mind's unrest. A restless heart forever pressed. Salvage wrecks and metal dreams. Hold my breath, I have the means. As Reavers lurking in the black, pray my will can hold them back. There are stars in endless nights, glow so dim yet burn so bright. Home is just a distant glow. With this willingness I go. Scratched and bruised, but still I fly. Far from home, I will not die. Bolts and nuts and dreams of mine. In the dark, I won't decline. Danger roams in shattered lights, yet soaring through darkest nights. Lonely stars and endless space. Danger lurks in every place. There are stars in endless nights, glow so dim yet burn so bright. Home is just a distant glow. With this willingness I go. Scratched and bruised, but still I fly. But still I've light, glow so dim yet burn so bright. Home is just a distant glow. With this willingness I go.